And on this three-game winning streak, and probably at this point playing their best basketball of the season.
Yeah, they finally got healthy. I think that's been a key for this team. Early in the season, they were without Michael Wergers for a few games, Cole Hildebrand a couple games, Jeffrey Queen missed some time. They've had all three of those guys back in the lineup the last 3 games at least, and you can see the difference. Those are guys who log significant minutes and take a little bit of the pressure off of guys like Jalen Lemons and Derek Eddings, and you've seen their performance improve as well.
Yeah, this year when they've had this full complement of players, they're 4-1. I mean, that just shows you when they have all the bodies available to them, they have been very successful. Lancers come in on this 3-game winning streak with wins all coming on the road. King 66-62 at St. X this past Friday night, a low-scoring slugfest, 39-37, and then a 63-55 win this past Saturday night over the Coleraine Cardinals. And in that game there, the Lancers jumped out to a 15-8 first quarter lead, led by 16 at half, and cruised to their 6th win of the season. Lancers are 6-4 overall on the season, and played pretty well Saturday night.
Yeah, Saturday night, as you said, they got off to a big start against Coleraine. Coleraine made a comeback, though. There's no doubt about that. But the Lancers did enough to hang on. They made some free throws late in the game, which is always good to see, and hung on. I went to the game over at St. X on Friday as well, and you want to talk about, you used the right adjective. It was a slugfest. The Lancers only had 1 field goal in probably the first 10 minutes of action in that game, Jeff.
LaSalle trailed 13-4 after the first quarter and scraped and clawed their way back and won a game despite shooting 24% from the field.
Yeah, I mean, it was ugly. Derek Eddings knocked in a 3-point basket near the end of the game, and the Lancers did just enough to hold on to that win. It's one of those games where at halftime, you're not sure if the Lancers are going to score 25.
No, I mean, and yet they've had to have carry them this season. The defense came through that night, and you mentioned Derek Eddings. He's been red hot the last 2 games. He scored 17 points apiece. He has really come on. He is now their 2nd leading scorer on this team. As we talked about all year long, Marty, this is still a very young Lancer team, and it's proven tonight that, what's become now their normal starting 5 is 4 juniors and a senior.
That's right. The Lancers, as you said, Jeff, are going to live and die by their defense this year. If they play defense, they're in every game. That's the thing with good defense like the Lancers play. It allows you to have a bad shooting night and at least still be in the ballgame.
Yes. And talking about having some bad shooting nights, it's a good way of describing this Roger Bacon Spartans team that comes in here tonight. Roger Bacon comes in at 4-7 overall, 0-4 in the GCL. They're coming in after a 66-39 loss this past Friday night to Purcell Marion. And they have struggled here. They've lost 7 of their last 9 games. Their last win came in a tournament game down in Kentucky over Knott County Central, 76-73. This is a team that comes in, averaging 49 points a game, which is the same as what the Lancers do. But it's a team that is not as good defensively. They give up 59 a game. And an area I think the Lancers hopefully can exploit tonight.
Yeah, you talk to someone on the Roger Bacon staff, and they let you know that Coach Brian Neal is going to put some different starters in. He's going to start 5 sophomores tonight.
He's sending a message. He wasn't happy with their effort at Purcell Marion, and he's going to start 5 players. We'll get to that starting lineup here momentarily for both sides that don't normally start for his Roger Bacon team, but he's sending a message We mentioned Brian Neal. He's in his 13th year here at Roger Bacon. He's the school's all-time winningest coach. He's got 214 overall wins, 8 league titles, 10 sectional titles, 6 district titles. A great coach for this Roger Bacon Spartans team. And, a little later in the broadcast, I want to break down how good he has been as his numbers mirror Dan Fleming's numbers over the last 10 years. They're very close to each other. It shows how good of a program that he has built at Roger Bacon.
Yeah, albeit playing in the GCL co-ed.
Yes.
Right.
These two teams played last year over at Roger Bacon, and the Lancers held on for a 1-point win, 43-42, outscoring the Spartans 16-12 in that fourth quarter to pull out the win. Derek Eddings is the leading scorer that returns from the Lancers from that game, had 8 in that game. Bacon, though, a completely different team. They graduated 7 players off that roster, so a completely different look from what we're going to see tonight facing the Lancers. We are just moments away from tip-off. LaSalle and Roger Bacon here on this Tuesday night. The JV team, Marty, just keeps rolling along. They won yet again tonight, 40-36, and they've had one unbelievable season at the JV level under head coach Brett Cooper.
Brett Kostoff.
Yes.
They have, and it looks like now we are ready for our pregame invocation and the national anthem. We'll be ready for basketball in just a moment.
Holy presence of God. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. God our Father, you have created us to strive for the best. Grant to all athletes, coaches, and fans strength to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of these athletes. Protect them from injury and harm. And finally, we pray for your grace, that you would provide us with the endurance to pursue our heavenly prize, eternal life in your Son. Amen. St. John Baptist, St. LaSalle, live Jesus in our hearts. We are. Now, please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
LaSalle and Roger Bacon meeting on this Tuesday night here at Bill Cady Court. The Lancers have beaten the Spartans 3 consecutive years, and they've beaten them 9 of the last 10 seasons. For the starting lineups, first for the Roger Bacon Spartans, at guard, a 6'2 sophomore, number 3, Trey Munson. At forward, a 6'3 sophomore, number 11, Ryan Halla. At guard, a 5'10, number 22, Marjoni Tate. At center, 6'7 sophomore, number 32, Mason Cromer. And at guard, a 5'10 sophomore, number 33, Adam Trigg Holderman. Spartans are coached by Brian Neal in his 13th year with an overall record of 214 and 127. For your LaSalle Lancers, starting at guard, a 6-foot senior number 2, Nathan Vogelpohl. Your other guard, a 5'10" junior number 11, Jalen Lemons. Your third guard, a 6'2" junior number 13, Derek Eddings. At forward, a 6'3" junior number 25, Cole Hildebrand. And at center, a 6'3" junior number 33, Michael Wergers. Lancers are coached by Pat Godey in his second year with an overall record of 21 and 14. And Marty, a Tuesday night affair here. As Lancers look to keep this hot streak going tonight, looking for that 4th consecutive win.
Yeah, not a huge crowd tonight, but it's pretty typical for a Tuesday night game. School just back in session.
Everybody's still trying to get
reacclimated. That's
yes,
right.
Back out of those holiday, get done with those holiday parties and back to the daily grind. And we are underway here at Bill Cady Court as Roger Bacon comes out in those light gray uniforms. Marjoni Tate's shot is blocked by Nathan Vogelpohl and goes out of bounds. The Lancers in their traditional home white with the red stripe across the shorts. So a different looking team, as we mentioned, Marty. 5 sophomores starting. Another block by the Lancers, that time by Derek Eddings. So it's been a while since I've seen a team start 5 sophomores. We'll see how long Coach Neal wants to stay with this lineup, as Cole Hildebrand tried to lob it inside to Michael Wergers, and the ball goes out of bounds. On the court for the Lancers, it's Cole Hildebrand, Nathan Vogelpohl, Derek Eddings, Jalen Lemons, and Michael Wergers. And this seems like a starting 5 that Coach Godey has gotten accustomed to and would like to be out there night in and night out. Lemons through the lane. His shot is blocked. Wergers misses. And the follow also won't go down. And it rolls out of bounds. Last touch by the Lancers. And boy, we've seen some games this year, Marty, where the ball just doesn't go in the basket for this Lancer team.
Yeah, Lancers with 3 or 4 opportunities, but some great hands on the defensive side. It's 3 possessions in a row where the Lancers have ended up with a block or a steal.
This Roger Bacon team and the Lancers match up very well. As a jump ball will be called. Alternate possession will give it to the Lancers.
It's kind of an interesting call because he lost possession of it. It didn't look like more of a traditional held ball.
No, it didn't.
I think he probably could have called him for traveling, but now we see a line change coming in for the Spartans as they go to the scorer's table.
A lot more of the regular starters coming into the game. The only guy that's a normal starter that was out there was number 22, Marjoni Tate, who averages 9 points a game and is the leading scorer for this Roger Bacon team.
Hildebrand's corner jump shot misses.
Boy, Hildebrand knocked over Vogelpohl for 3. No good. Fight for the rebound. And we're going to get a foul on Cole Hildebrand, who has never one to shy away from contact, as he will be called for rolling on top of Adam Trigg Holderman. So 5 new Spartans into the game, which includes number 35, Josiah McGee, the 6'1 junior. Number 5, a 6-foot senior guard, Jeremiah Flowers. The other guard is number 1, a 5'10 senior, Zuri Edmondson. At 6'2 senior forward, number 2 is Luke Bird. And the 5th player that has entered the game for the Spartans is number 5, Jeremiah Flowers. So this is more of what Roger Bacon normally starts than the 5 sophomores that we saw start the game tonight. Jeffrey Queen just checked in the game. And he's going to be whistled for a charge as he runs over Zuri Edmondson. It's a slow start, Marty, in this one. We've yet to see a basket, and we're 2 minutes in. Jeffrey Queen, number 23, 6'1" junior for the Lancers, averages 8.5 points a game, and has kind of come out of nowhere this year for this Lancer team, and has played a lot of early minutes. Edmondson up top, over to Bird. Bird goes, passes outside for Flowers, three-point shot, no good. Wergers with the rebound. I tell you what, Michael Wergers, Marty, what a season he has had. Just in 6 games, averaging over 9 rebounds a game. He's had back-to-back double-digit rebounds in the last 2 games. I mean, he is a force going after the loose ball comes off the basket after a missed shot.
Yeah, not much of a scoring threat, but very aggressive. And they like to run that high post offense through him as they're doing right now.
Yep, he's got it at that post over to Jeffrey Queen. Jalen Lemons, the leading scorer for this Lancer team with the ball, averaging 13 a game. Vogelpohl, his shot no good. Queen with the rebound inside, and he'll kick it back out, and the Lancers reset. Lemons from 3. Lancers are hitting the boards tonight. Eddings throws up an air ball. Wergers gets an offensive rebound. His shot is blocked. And they're going to get a foul on the tallest Spartan on the roster, 6'7", Mason Cromer.
Actually, they got McGee on that one.
Oh, did they? Thought they got the big guy inside. Instead, they got 6'1" junior Josiah McGee. And, boy, another line change here. 4 Spartans into the game. So, head coach Brian Neal coaching like Dan Fleming with line shifts.
Another offensive rebound for the Lancers as Queen gets the ball at its highest point.
The Lancers
Look at Wergers.
Shot no good. He gets his own rebound. Shot up, and finally, the ball finds the bottom of the basket.
And we finally have a score in this contest.
Almost took 4 minutes. We're at the 4:18 mark for our first hoop of the game.
I think the Lancers probably have 6 or 7 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, they've already got 7 rebounds. Make that 8 rebounds, 6 of them coming on the offensive side of the court. And that is not a strength of this Lancer team, but they have been really going hard on the boards.
And I think that's the fundamental reason why Coach Brian Neal called a timeout there. That's, it's only 2-0 game, but when you're getting out-rebounded on the offensive glass, that's what he's wants to correct for this young Spartans team.
Can't be happy at all with that. A couple new Lancers have entered the game. 6'3" senior forward Coden Lambert. Number 5, 5'8" senior Tyler Voss. And number 1, 6' senior Colin Fisher. So more of a defensive squad on the court right now for the Lancers, especially with Fisher and Voss. Working inside is Cromer. Cromer stopped, and he'll kick it back outside.
Good backdoor pass, but he couldn't handle it. That was number 3, Trey Munson, couldn't handle that pass.
Munson, the leading scorer off the bench for this Spartans team, but he did get the start here tonight. 3:45 left in this first quarter, and yes, that score is right. It's 2-0. Both teams struggling to find the bottom of the baskets.
Lemons from the corner.
Short, and that time Roger Bacon got the rebound. Trey Munson did, and the foul whistled on Jalen Lemons. That's the 3rd team foul on the Lancers. Marty, you like the Lancers' effort, but boy, once again,
Struggling.
having trouble putting the ball in the hoop. LaSalle 1 of 9 from the field right now. Blocking foul called on the other end, and that will send Trey Munson to the line. Shooting 2, Tyler Voss picks up his first foul.
Munson really elevated on that drive to the basket. That's one of those 50-50 calls. Could have gone either way. But as it is, it goes to be the 4th team foul on the Lancers.
We talked about Roger Bacon, not a good shooting team, and they're showing it here with yet having a field goal on the night. They come in shooting just 32% on the season. Munson knocks down a free throw. The first point of the game for Bacon comes with 3:20 left in this first quarter.
Good pressure man defense on the inbounds plays. The Lancers struggled to get it.
Lemons
That was a kicked ball that they didn't call.
Or it kind of, to me, almost looked like it went off the knee. Missing the layup was Jeremiah Flowers. But it was tipped in by Mason Cromer, and the Spartans have the lead at 3-2. Backdoor cut, Lemons to the basket. He is hammered. And Jalen will head to the line for a pair.
Number 32, Mason Cromer. That's his first. Team score.
Party Lancers are getting good looks in this game on the offensive end and just not being able to find the basket.
Yeah, well, Lemons on that backdoor cut drew a crowd coming to the basket.
Jalen Lemons, who has become this team's leading scorer and their leading three-point shooter, averaging 13 points a game and shooting 40% from behind the three-point line, knocks down both free throws, and the Lancers are up a point, 4-3. Bacon patiently working, then goes baseline and rolling it up and in was Mason Cromer. Or was that Josiah?
It's Tate, Marzani Tate.
Yep.
That's his second basket
That
of
was
the game.
Tate. I had the wrong. We had 32. It was 22. Yeah, Tate is the leading scorer on this Roger Bacon team, averaging just under 10 a game.
Lemons with a take.
Boy, that was a tough shot over the 6'7" Cromer. Not sure if that's the best look that you want. Tate being guarded by Eddings. Outside to Josiah McGee, who goes to the basket. Shot is missed, and we're going to get a foul inside. And it's going to go on Mason Cromer. That'll be the 6'7" center's second foul, and it's 5-4. And Marty, this has been an ugly first quarter.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Is that the nicest way to put it, I think?
Deion Campbell checks in for the Lancers, number 3.
First
he gets it
night.
ahead to Eddings.
Eddings to the basket. He was bumped and nothing was called, and the Spartans will come down the other way. Marjoni Tate, very quick with the ball. Ball is lost. Queen picks it up.
A little out of control here,
Boy,
back to end
that's
to
an
end.
understatement. Eddings to the basket. He is fouled as he goes to the hole.
Number 22, Marjoni Tate, his first.
That'll be Marjoni Tate's first foul. The nice thing with the Lancers attacking the basket like they are,
Well, they'll be in the bonus for the rest of the first half.
Yeah, exactly. They have really forced Roger Bacon into fouling them. Lancers just haven't been able to convert on many of those early on. We're tied at 5, 1:26 left in this first quarter. Thanks for joining us here on the LaSalle Broadcasting Network. LaSalle and Roger Bacon. Lancers since 2005 have gone 9-1 versus Bacon. The lone loss came back in 2013. Edmondson over to Trey Munson. And there's Edmondson, a corner three for Zuri Edmondson. Just his 5th three-pointer of the season gives the Spartans an 8-6 lead. Queen, great drop-off pass to Deion Campbell, who misses the open layup. And the Lancers' woes continue from the field. 3-point shot, no good by Ryan Hallow. See if the Lancers hold for this final shot of this first quarter. Down to 25 seconds left. Trailing by 2. Queen with the ball outside.
Get rid of it.
And Lambert gets the deflected pass back to Queen. Handed off to Vogelpohl with 10, and the Lancers need to go down to 5. Vogelpohl again, going baseline off the glass, no good. And we have hit the end of the first quarter here at Bill Cady Court. And LaSalle trailing the Roger Bacon Spartans 8-6.
Lancers again struggling to make shots, getting plenty of offensive rebounds, but their shooting percentage probably has to be below 20%.
Yeah, I'm going to see if we can look over and look at what that is. The Lancers went 1 of 13 from the field for 7%, Marty. 0 of 3 from the line, 4 of 6 at the free throw line. And you're in trouble when that number comes up in single digits.
Well, I guess the silver lining is it can't get much worse, the shooting.
I tell you, we thought that was the case over at St. X, and the Lancers, boy, they can't shoot as badly in the second half. And
they're a little better in the second half.
Better in the second half, still finished shooting 24%, but the defense was there to carry the day.
Well, when you're able to, limit the other team offensively,
that's
like
all that
the Lancers
matters.
have now done.
39-37 was the final in that game. And a low-scoring affair here to get this one started on this Tuesday night. We're underway here in the second quarter. On the court for the Lancers, it's Jalen Lemons, Nathan Vogelpohl, Derek Eddings, Cole Hildebrand, and Michael Wergers. Lancers have gone back to their 5 starters.
Hildebrand went for the steal. He's going to get called for the foul. That's his second.
Cole's always one of the most aggressive players on the court. And at times a little bit too aggressive as he's picked up his second foul and the team's 5th. On the court for Roger Bacon, it's Zuri Edmondson, Jeremiah Flowers, Josiah McGee, Ryan Hallow, and number 3, Trey Munson. And there is Munson for a 3-point shot, no good. Michael Wergers yanks down the rebound. Wergers still playing with that mask after breaking his nose earlier this season. Deion Campbell just checked in the game for the Lancers. Lemons, an open 3, no good. Rebound taken by the Spartans. Michael Wergers almost got the steal. And Lemons had it, lost it. Eddings gets the steal. Vogelpohl to the basket, and he will head to the line as Jeremiah Flowers got him on the arm heading to the hill. UGLY is the description of this ball game tonight.
Yeah, it was definitely sloppy.
It has been, these are two teams that do struggle to shoot the ball. We've talked a couple times. Bacon shoots 32% from the field, The Lancers 40%. They have had their struggles putting the ball in the basket, but it's been the defense that has carried the way for the Lancers this year, giving up just 48 points a game. And boy, how long have we said that over the years? For many years under Dan Fleming, the staple of this Lancer program, that intense man-to-man defense. 8-8, 6:38 left in this first half. Inside to Ryan Hollow, and Hollow's shot up and good. The 6'3" sophomore.
Nice ball movement by the Spartans, kind of secondary break.
Roger Bacon right now, they are 4 of 11 for 36% from the field. Jalen Lemons driving baseline. Vogelpohl will fire up an open three, and the first trifecta of the game on either side goes in.
First for the Lancers.
The Lancers, that's right.
Lemons, tough defense. Oh.
Foul will be whistled at half court. That'll be Jalen's second. And Jalen is going to be subbed out quickly there by Coach Godey. Can't afford your leading scorer and your best ball handler to pick up a third foul this early in the first half. 11-10 Lancers, 5:45 left in this first half. Deion Campbell with great defense gets the steal over to Vogelpohl. Vogelpohl lays it up and in. Nice finger roll there, finish. And the Lancers lead by 3.
Great man D by Campbell, and as I say that, he gets juked by Tate, but Tate throws it away, and it is still Lancer ball.
Turnover by the Spartans.
Vogelpohl brings it up the court, and Vogelpohl has the Lancers' last 7 points, all 7 in this second quarter.
Wow. And that is the senior leadership that we've been waiting to get hot from the field, and maybe that's happening tonight. Nathan Vogelpohl coming off a season-high 15 points in that win over Coleraine. And he's got, 9 now? 9 of the Lancers' 15. LaSalle with their biggest lead at 15-10. Tate. I thought that was going to hit the ceiling. That was so high up there, Marty. I think that might have skimmed the rafters. That was way up there.
That 3-point shot pulls the Spartans back within a bucket, 15-13. 4:30 remaining in this second period.
Boy, they're really playing off Michael Wergers once he gets the ball at the elbow. He need to turn around and shoot that shot.
I noticed the same thing in the St. X game, Jeff. The Bombers didn't even guard Wergers when he caught the ball at the top of the key like that.
And that's a little bit probably out of his shooting range, but not out of Jeffrey Queen's shooting range. Jeffrey hits his 10th three-pointer of the season, and the Lancers back up by 5. Marjoni Tate into the corner for Ryan Hollow. Hollow misses the 3. And here come the Lancers the other way. Campbell to the basket. His runner falls out. Wergers gets the rebound. Shot up and in. Michael Wergers working hard in the paint, and it pays off for a hoop for the big guy. And the Lancers lead 20-13.
Still aggressive around the basket are the Lancers, out-rebounding the Spartans. We saw Coach Brian Neal call a timeout in the first quarter after he saw the Lancers jump out with 6 quick offensive boards. Lancers continuing to be strong on the glass, and he calls another timeout as the Lancers post their largest lead at 20-13.
Michael Wergers already with 7 rebounds in this game. I mean, he is a rebounding machine.
And he comes in, he only stands about 6'4".
But man, does he know how
got some muscle.
He knows how to use his body. Great at getting in that great rebounding position. And you start to look, I mean, I went back to kind of look. There aren't many players in the history of LaSalle that have averaged 9 rebounds a game. Since 05,
No, you're right.
Since 05, the only player I found was Danny McElroy that was close to it, who averaged 7 a game. And we're talking about a 6'9" center.
Right, he was 6'9".
Now, granted, this is
a little bit of a different offense.
This is only in, Michael's only played in 6 of the Lancers' 10 games. So the numbers might, start to deflate as the season goes on. But he has been a rebounding force for the Lancers this year.
Voss and Lambert and Ensweiler, and that's Colin Fisher, all check in for LaSalle.
Backdoor cut. Edmondson will get the layup for the Spartans, cutting the lead to 5. This is more the Lancers' defensive lineup out there. Not a whole lot of offensive options with this group on the court. Really, it's Derek Eddings, and the other 4 don't really score a whole lot. Going to the basket and missing the short jumper was Tyler Voss. Down the other end, layup up and in by Luke Bird. And it's 20-17. And Coach Godey looking to check in 4 new players because this is an offensively challenged Lancer 5 out there, other than Derek Eddings, who's got the ball now. Ensweiler, he misses a layup. And the foul is going to go on the Lancers' Tyler Voss over the basket, and that's going to be the 7th-team foul, and Bacon's going to shoot free throws at the other end. And Marnie, you just got to hit open layups.
Yeah, they've certainly missed a few.
Lancers sub in 4 new players back on the court for LaSalle. Michael Wergers, Nathan Vogelpohl, Jeffrey Queen, Derek Eddings, and Dion Campbell. Free
Wergers
throw.
with another rebound.
He just keeps compiling them. He has been a pleasant surprise for this Lancer team this year. Wergers over to Dion Campbell. Say 4 games this year. Michael Wergers has had double-digit rebounds. Eddings over to Vogelpohl. Lancers running their motion offense outside. I'm not sure where Dion Campbell was going with that pass, but Wergers.
It found Wergers' hands off the backboard.
Somehow, some way.
It was a pass. I swear, Coach, it was a pass.
Would have been an assist had he made the shot. Would that not have been the most creative assist you've ever seen? Josiah McGee is going to head to the line, trying to cut into that Lancers 3-point lead. Lancers will be on the road come Friday night. Tall task in front of LaSalle as they head over the number 1 team in the city, number 1 team in the state, the defending state champion Moeller Crusaders. Sit a perfect 10-0 and have won 30 in a row. And that is a tall task for the Lancers, and that's where LaSalle will head on Friday night.
Lemons comes back in to be the court general.
2018, minute and a half left. Vogelpohl, he likes that corner pocket 3. 23-18, Nathan Vogelpohl having a half.
12 second quarter points for Vogelpohl.
Wow. His career high, he just had it Saturday night against Coleraine with 15. Shot missed inside
and he
by
got his
Bird.
rebound.
Lost it, and Dion Campbell the rebound gets it out to Lemons. Lemons going a little fast, and Coach Godey wants a timeout to save what would have been a Lancer turnover.
Yeah, it absolutely would have been. Lemons got
little
bumped
bit
a little bit and a little out of control. So a good timeout call by Coach Godey.
Very good timeout there. As a little bit in overdrive there. Lost control. Lancers have kind of settled down, Marty, in this second quarter after scoring just 6 in that first quarter. They've rattled off 17 points, and it's been the Nathan Vogelpohl show.
Absolutely. As we said, Vogelpohl with 12 second quarter points.
And he's really the player coming in this year. I think Coach Godey was really expecting big things out of him. Player that averaged about 8 points a game. And Pat was saying, boy, he was hoping he would become a double-digit scorer. And he's been injured, came back, and now he seems to be starting to hit his groove, now averaging 8 points a game. And
I'll tell you, what you have to like, too, is the way tonight Vogelpohl is going to the basket. Sure, he's made 2 threes, but he's also scored 3 times going to the basket in this second quarter.
40 seconds and counting here in this first half. Lancers might be holding for the final shot. Lemons over to Wergers, gets it right back out to the junior guard, over to Eddings. 28 seconds outside to Vogelpohl. Salle holding for that last shot. Tell you what, Bacon guarding intensely out near the half-court line. Two-man game now. Eddings hands it off the knee, and we have an over and back with 9.8 seconds left. And Marty, that is a long time to try to hold the ball. That was, almost 40 seconds to try to hold for that final shot.
Yeah, Coach Godey likes to hold the ball at the end of every quarter.
Tyler Voss, Nolan Ensweiler check into the game for the Lancers. Bacon looking like they're going to get the final shot of this half. Edmondson guarding by Eddings. Over to McGee, shot up, no good. Wergers with the rebound. Eddings will throw one off the backboard, and that will bring the first half to an end here at Bill Cady Court, with the Lancers leading the Roger Bacon Spartans 23-18. Marty, the Lancers got slow start in that first quarter, but really got things rolling in the second quarter. And Nathan Vogelpohl was a big reason behind that.
Yeah, as we said, 12 points. Did a great job going to the basket. Started to get hot. The Lancers started to get hot. I don't know if we have the breakdown on shooting percentage in the second quarter versus the first quarter, but it surely didn't get worse than the 7% in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was end up shooting 29% in that first half.
So they would have been 6 of 11, almost 50% in the second quarter.
3 of 7 from behind the three-point line, 6 of 8 from the three-point line. We talked about Nathan Vogelpohl leading the way for the Lancers with 12 points. Michael Wergers had 4. Jeffrey Queen had 3. Jalen Lemons had 2. And Derek Eddings also had 2. But Lancers rebounded from just an ugly, ugly first quarter and was able to put the ball in the basket. And in that second quarter, I tell you what, it's exciting when you get Nathan Vogelpohl going, how good this team can be offensively.
Yeah, you're right. We still haven't Eddings without a field goal in the contest so far. Comes in as the Lancers' leading scorer and not even a field goal. And now you broke it. What did you do?
Trying to figure out how to get the, Roger Bacon stats here on the other side, only displaying one team.
Yeah, now you're in trouble.
I shouldn't have
Keep
hit
your hands off the computer, please.
I shouldn't have hit a button there. There we are, back to that. So I'll let you see if you can find how to get to Roger Bacon.
I'm not touching it. I'm not, I learned my lesson with computers.
Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to try to, we'll let, ask Paul here, how do we get to the visiting team?
That took one stroke.
One button that he hit. Oh, it was just a V. That makes a lot of sense. Roger Bacon in that first half shoots 38% for the field, 2 of 5 from the three-point line, 2 of 5 from the free throw line. They were led in scoring by Zuri Edmondson had 5, Marjoni Tate had 4, Trey Munson with 4, Ryan Hallow with 2, and Luke Bird also had 2. The real story, I thought, Marty, was just the way that the Lancers went at the boards, out rebounding Roger Bacon 18-11. And this is a Lancer team that comes in averaging just 25 rebounds a game. And I don't remember this season Lancers going this hard at loose rebounds than we've seen here tonight.
Well, especially considering the way that Bacon shot the ball. You know, they come in, what did you say, averaging under 40% shooting, under 30% shooting?
Yeah, 32%.
So, you know, the fact of the matter is even with Bacon shooting relatively well, 40% or so from the field, Lancer's able to dominate the boards.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's been a huge number here in this first half.
Usually it works the other way, that if you're having a really bad shooting night, the other team tends to rebound better.
Yeah, that is absolutely the truth. Reminder, the 35th annual LaSalle Sports Tag coming up here soon, Marty. I mean, we are getting close.
We're down to 14 days, actually.
Wednesday, January 23rd, Robin Yount is the featured guest speaker. Tickets still available. General admission tickets are $60 each. You want to be like Mr. Strohoffer and get in that VIP section. They're $175, and that ticket includes a baseball autograph by Robin Yount, appetizers, dinner, preferred seating, and an open bar. For ticket information, call 741-2389, or you can order your tickets online at LaSalleHS.net/stag. And that's 35th Annual LaSalle Sports Tag featuring Robin Yount.
And to be clear, tickets are still available.
Still available.
That's good.
Boy, if we don't mention that, I think
jump on it.
I think the Grand Poobah, Barrett Cohen,
he'll be blowing up your phone.
Yanks the mic away from us if we don't mention that at least 15 times a night.
Tickets still available.
Absolutely, and you're not going to find a better sports tag in the city. I mean,
no doubt about it.
I mean, what more Hall of Famers could you want that have come to LaSalle over the years? And
wasn't there a secret you were going to share the last time we did a broadcast about some potential special guest?
You know, I've still not been cleared to mention who that special guest is.
Okay.
I could check with Mr. Cohen if I'm allowed to share that information.
While we're doing that, we'll say a quick congratulations to LaSalle senior Lucas Bird, who was named the Penn Station Athlete of the Month this month in January. Lucas is a senior member of the Lancer wrestling team, and I think is ranked as the top wrestler in his weight class in the state, if not the region, nation, whatever you want to call it. Lucas Bird has been unbeatable this year.
He has been, and that's not just this year. I mean, he's might be one of the best wrestlers that's ever walked through the doors here at LaSalle High School. And, this wrestling team, we look back to them knocking off Lakewood St. Edwards back on December 15th, the fifth-ranked team in the country. And the Lancers beat them on the final match of the afternoon. And what a job Ryan Root has done in his first year leading that Lancer wrestling program. And they've got plans for making a nice long run once the postseason rolls around on the wrestling mats.
we want to take a second before the second half starts. I want to give a shout out and prayers to one of my classmates from the class of 91, Chris Booker, who today donated a kidney to his father, Jack. You know, what a wonderful thing to do. You know, of course, that's something you would do for family, but our prayers are with Mr. Booker and Chris as they hopefully have a speedy recovery from a kidney donation. Just another example of how, you know, Lancers are called to serve.
Absolutely. You know, too much of that stuff going around these days. And when you get a story like that, it is definitely noteworthy. And, yeah, the most important thing that we will talk about in this entire broadcast, and hopefully everything turns out well for the Booker family. We're about 2 minutes away from the start of the second half. And, Marty, what do the Lancers need to do to make sure this game goes on the winning side of the ledger here in the second half?
Well, you know, I mean, it's easy to always say you got to make some shots. That kind of goes without saying. But I think if the Lancers can continue to dominate the boards like they've done so far in the first half, I think that'll be the recipe. This has been a very physical game. So if the second half continues like the first, chances are we'll be into free throws by the time we get to the end of the third quarter.
It has been a very physical game in that way.
So you got to make free throws too. I'm going to say it now. So mark it down. I said at halftime.
I'm going to write that down.
Free throw shooting is going to be a key to holding on to win this game against the Spartans.
You see me writing that down right now. We will revisit that.
That's right.
Down the stretch here in this fourth quarter. LaSalle looking for their fourth straight win, looking for their seventh win of this season. And, Marty, this is a tough stretch of the season. LaSalle's only got 2 home games in the month of January. Our next game here on LaSalle Broadcasting Network will come up on Friday, January 25th, when the Lancers play host to the Elder Panthers. But that is a lot of games on the road coming up for this Lancer squad. Reminder, all road games can be heard via 1160 and all home games here broadcast on the LaSalle Broadcasting Network here, live streaming on YouTube. And so you can catch every game of this 2018-2019 Lancer basketball season. Here's a backdoor cut to Coden Lambert. His left-handed layup up and in, and the Lancers get the first hoop of the second half. It's 25-18.
Lambert didn't see a lot of action in the first half, but comes in and immediately gets the Lancers' first basket.
Well, the surprise guest that Barrett Cohn was talking about could not make it.
Oh.
But we do have another
there are plenty
name.
of other guests.
We do have another big name, and we will announce that between the third and fourth quarter. A former Major League player coming in. We'll let Marty twist in the wind, waiting to try to figure out who that might be. Lancers' lead's been cut to 4, 25-21. Jeremiah Flowers hit a three-pointer in the corner. Eddings, I think he got away with a travel. Coden Lambert's left-handed shot from the elbow, no good. Great pass from Hildebrand, and the shot was missed. Was that blocked, or did he hit the front of the rim? Boy, just been kind of the story of this game. Lancers the chance to kind of put a run together, put some baskets together, and just missing point-blank shots. On the court for the Lancers, it's Nathan Vogelpohl, Derek Eddings, Michael Wergers, Coden Lambert, and Dion Campbell. For the Spartans, it is Trey Munson, Mason Cromer, Jeremiah Flowers, Zuri Edmondson, and Josiah McGee. Eddings will be whistled for the foul. It'll be the second team foul here in this third quarter. And that will send Trey Munson to the line. Munson, a 64% free throw shooter, knocks down the first. Jeffrey Queen and Jalen Lemons quickly check back in the game for the Lancers. Second free throw up and good. 6:38 left here in this third quarter, 25-23. Lancers with a 2-point lead. Jalen Lemons down the lane. His one-hander no good, but he's going to track down his own rebound. Queen will be called for a charge as he pushed off on a Bacon defender heading to the basket. Just not a good decision there, especially right in front of the official, Marty. That was an easy call.
Yeah, he just got his hand up, frankly, into the face of the defender.
And that makes, when you get that hand up in that area, that makes for an easy push-off call. And that will be the third team foul already against the Lancers, and we're not even a minute and a half into this third quarter.
Nice defense by the Lancers as they extend pressure.
Boy, that was a quick.
That was a quick 5 seconds. I thought somebody signaled for a timeout.
I mean, that was a very quick 5-second count. Lancers will take that. Now and a pass that doesn't reach Eddings, and instead Eddings, trying to get to that pass, commits a foul. And some sloppy play here by the Lancers.
Frankly, on both sides, it looks as if
it's been the story of this game.
These teams not being very effective at inbounding the ball. Seems a rather elementary thing to do.
Now, we're getting Brett Schneeber is giving some guesses as to who this former Major League player or celebrity coming in is. And we'll run down Brett's.
Wergers with another rebound.
And a foul whistle on the other end. And they're going to call it a charge on Derek Eddings. I don't know about that call.
Now Eddings has picked up 3 fouls.
And that's the 15th foul. We haven't even gone 2 minutes into this quarter.
Eddings and Queen both with 3 fouls for the Lancers.
I don't know about that foul there, Marty. 25-23, 2 minutes in. Lancers already whistled with 5 fouls. Bacon yet to be called on infraction here in the second half. Trey Munson outside being guarded by Wergers in the corner to Edmondson. He passes it outside to Flowers. Flowers, second leading scorer on the team, dumps it inside to Mason Cromer. And we are tied at 25.
Leon Campbell went for the steal, came up empty, and that actually allowed Flowers to get around the defense and find the open Cromer.
Lancers led by 5 at half and have seen that lead disintegrate. Wergers left all alone. Well, they're taking away those cuts to the basket by playing off. Wergers got to have that ability to turn around and take a shot. We're going to get the first foul of the second half on the Spartans. And that will go on Jeremiah Flowers, his second. Coden Lambert checks back into the game. Deion Campbell will exit. 4:58 to play here in this third quarter. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jeff Bossy alongside of me, Marty Strohoffer, here on the LaSalle Broadcasting Network. Well, Marty, I'm not sure what they call went on Munson. I'm not sure what he did.
I think he might have just grabbed the shirt of Hildebrand.
Lemon! Jalen Lemons for 3! Coach Brian Neal, extremely upset, takes a timeout as the Lancers have gone back up by 3, 28-25.
Well, the Spartan defender who was guarding Jalen Lemons, the inbound passer, didn't follow him.
Brett Schneeber with some guesses as to who that celebrity might be.
You said it was a baseball player, didn't you?
Well, Brett was starting to guess everybody here.
Richard
Hulk Hogan,
Petty?
John Daly, Richard Petty.
He's not very good at this game.
No, well, he got a little bit better here at the end. Gary Reedus, Rob Dibble.
Now he's getting in the ballpark.
I will say that Barrett has allowed me to throw in the clue. It is not a former Red. It is a former, I believe, a former teammate. To look this up, of Robin Yount.
Oh. Is this someone who's been mentioned in, well, you don't follow Twitter, so. I've got to guess then. Well,
I tell you, let's see. Did he play?
I've got to guess.
No,
I don't need any more hints.
He did not play. I'm looking at this. He did not play for the Brewers.
I don't need any more hints. I think I know.
Do you? Okay, I will. Played for 7 teams.
I might have seen this on social media.
Played for 7 teams. We'll reveal the answer at the end of this third quarter. Brett Schneeber still feverishly sending in answers. Marty thinks he's got the answer. The Lancers are hoping their answer is a victory here tonight. Boy, that looked like a really clean block by Cole Hildebrand. Oh, but they're going to get Coden Lambert instead. 28-25 going to the line is Jeremiah Flowers. Flowers a 65% free throw shooter on the night, and boy, that was a brick. Ryan Hallow into the game, checking out is Mason Cromer. LaSalle looking for win number 7 here on the season. Flowers misses both, and the Lancers' lead remains at 3.
Another rebound for Wergers, by the way.
He is a machine. How many's Michael got at the moment? Up to 12 rebounds for the rebounding machine, Michael Wergers.
Vogelpohl for 3.
Not this time. There's Wergers again with the follow-up, up and in. 30-25, Lancers by 5, under 4 to play here in this third quarter.
Wergers now with 6. Is that pushing a career high?
His career high was 10 set a couple games ago.
Lemon's quick hands almost gets the steal.
In the win over Kings.
Edmondson.
Well, I tell you, that's quick on quick outside, and a charge will be called on the senior guard, Zuri Edmondson. The shot will be waved off. Coach Brian Neal in front of us wanted the shot to count, but to no avail. Roger Bacon comes in having lost 7 of their last 9, and Lancers with a hard time getting the ball in.
They're going to have to design something other than what they're doing here. Lancers have struggled a couple of times to get the inbound pass in. Maybe bring someone back, maybe a little screen or something.
Yeah, they are struggling to get that in. Coach Godey gets a timeout to keep away from a turnover. 3:35 left third quarter, LaSalle 30, Roger Bacon 25. Hey, Buddy Hackett. John Rocker, Paul Molitor, or other guesses that are flooding in.
John Rocker. That's a name from the past.
That is a name from the past. Boy,
that
guy was a shooting star, wasn't he? I mean, he came on the scene and he left the scene about as quickly as you could possibly imagine. But no, this player played for 7 major league teams. And we'll give out his nickname is Scoop.
Speaking of Scoop, that's Nathan Vogelpohl with his first points of the second half, extending the Lancers' lead now to 7.
32-25 as we hit the 3-minute mark.
I think this matches the Lancers' largest lead.
I believe it does. In the corners, Edmondson. Boy, he is lightning quick. And Cole Hildebrand, who will be whistled for a foul.
He got him.
He did indeed. And that will send Roger Bacon to the line. That was team foul number 7. Roger Bacon has committed just 3 team fouls here in the second half. Interestingly enough, both of these teams not real good at the free throw line either this season. Both come in shooting 61% at the charity stripe. Edmondson makes the first, and the second release is up, and that's also good. It's 32-27. Edmondson checks out of the game, back into the game is 6'2" sophomore Trey Munson. On the court for Lancers, it's Theon Campbell, Nathan Vogelpohl, Jalen Lemons, Michael Wergers, and Derek Eddings.
Now they're going to get some pressure. They better get it across.
Yeah, they are. The count is going up, and it's getting close, and the Lancers just do get down. Campbell to the basket, up and in. The first hoop of the night for the senior forward, and the Lancers lead 34-27. First time that we've seen, I think, Bacon with any full court press. And Lancers did a nice job of breaking it and attacking it. Going to the basket, contact under the hoop, and a blocking foul called on the junior guard, Jalen Lemons, as he picks up his 3rd personal foul.
4 Lancers now with 3 fouls, Jeff. Lemons, Queen, Eddings, and Hildebrand.
And that could become an issue because those are every player you name there. Very important part of this Lancer team. Missing the first free throw was Jonah Allen. Or was that, I'm sorry, Josiah McGee. No, that was Allen. I had it right the first time.
Yep.
Couldn't quite see if that was a 1-5 or a 3-5 from this angle. What?
This time the Lancers able to inbound the Lemons.
34-28, Lancers by 6. And this has been a tightly contested affair from the get-go. Under 2 minutes to play. Eddings being guarded by the Spartans' leading scorer, Marjoni Tate. Over to Queen. Queen outside. He will throw up a jumper from the elbow, no good. And Lancers don't get back, but there is Eddings to block the shot of
Clean
Jeremiah
block.
Flowers. It looked like Flowers was going to get a layup, and Eddings appeared seemingly out of nowhere to block that shot. Edmondson outside. Wergers trying to guard the lightning quick point guard. Three-point shot, no good.
Shooter.
Eddings picks up his 4th foul on that shot there. Just not a smart play by the Lancer junior guard.
He'll find a comfortable seat next to Coach Godey for
Yes,
a while.
he will. Eddings, after back-to-back 17-point games, has just got 2 points here tonight. Free throws good by Trey Munson. Coden Lambert, Jalen Lemons into the game as Derek Eddings and Jeffrey Queen exit. Misses the third free throw. Boy, a collision on that far side of the court in that corner, and they just called it out of bounds. Well, I thought we might get a foul on the Spartans.
This is a tough place to inbound the ball. All the way in the corner.
Little full court man-to-man press by the Spartans. Gets it into Wergers. Wergers to Lemons. Lemons straight down. Layup up and good. And we'll head to the line to complete the three-point play. The lightning quick junior, Jalen Lemons.
He's got 7 now.
Vogelpohl still leading the way for the Lancers with
14.
There you go. Lemons knocks down the free throw. It's 37-30, and it seems like that's where it's kind of been the second half. Lead, going back and forth between 4 and 7 points. Edmondson, baseline, and he'll bring it back out. Rebounding machine, Michael Wergers, guarding the point guard. His shot no good, and there is yet another rebound for number 33. 45 seconds and counting here in this third quarter. See if the Lancers try to hold for this final shot. Looks like that's what they're planning on doing.
They were unsuccessful in this attempt in the last quarter.
They ended up turning it over at the 10-second mark. Campbell outside to Lemons, down to 25. Outside to Vogelpohl. Roger Bacon all over them. And we're going to get a foul. And it's going to go on the Spartans, Jeremiah Flowers. His third. I don't know if he was trying
Flowers
to
Flowers looked up and was sure that was going to be called on the Lancers.
Down to 15 seconds. Lemons outside, being guarded by Edmondson. Just inside the three-point line. Lemons shot, no good. Bounce back outside to Campbell. Campbell over to Lemons, who misses a three. And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. And LaSalle leading Roger Bacon 37-30.
So the Lancers doing a nice job of being able to hold that lead. In fact, they extended it over the halftime lead by 2 points.
Now we got to get back to the most let's say this game is spreading worldwide. Guess the ex-major leaguer coming to the Sports Stag.
All right, I think I know.
His nickname is Scoop. He's had an 18-year major league career.
Played with the Pirates.
7 different major league teams.
He played with the Pirates.
Played with the Pirates.
He played with the Expos.
You are sniffing this out here. We've had such answers. And I mean some really good answers. From Buddy Hackett to Richard Petty, John Daly, Rob Dibble, John Rocker, Gary Reedus, and maybe my favorite answer offered up here,
John Rocker.
Al Shadokati.
Al Shadokati. How about Al Oliver?
You are correct, sir. You must have seen that somewhere.
I did see it on social media several days ago, actually.
Could not fool Marty Strohoffer. But Al Oliver will be in attendance.
He was on those Expos teams with
was he on
Andre Dawson, Gary
how
Carter.
About Rusty Staub? Was Rusty Staub on those teams?
Sure he was.
I missed the Expos. Maybe they'll come back someday. Inside, as we start this fourth quarter, the Lancers commit yet another foul. This one will go on Michael Wergers. And Marty, as you had talked about, coming out of halftime, free throw shooting could become very important as the Spartans are in the double bonus starting here in this fourth quarter. Shot up and good by Jeremiah Flowers. (37-32), 7.5 left to play here at Bill Cady Court. LaSalle looking for their 7th win of the season and their 4th consecutive victory. It's Vogelpohl, Wergers, Coden Lambert, Jalen Lemons, and Dion Campbell. And Coden Lambert will be called with palming the ball. And that will be a Lancer turnover, as Cole Hildebrand will quickly come back in the game for Coden Lambert.
Now, if I'm the Spartans, I go right at Jalen Lemons.
Corner 3 ball, no good by Josiah McGee.
Another Wergers rebound. He's got to be pushing 20.
Michael Wergers will do a quick check here. 15 rebounds on the night.
Vogelpohl drove to the lane. Shot was too hard, but he is fouled going up for the rebound.
That would be the 16 foul. So the final 6:48, the Lancers will get into the bonus. We're going to find a nickname for Michael Wergers here with his rebounding prowess. We're going to have to work on it. Maybe we'll take suggestions once again.
How about like
see
a
what
Charles
we get.
Barkley round mound of rebound? Hildebrand slashed to the basket, but was fouled in doing it.
He'll go to the line shooting 2. Mason Cromer, the 6'7 sophomore, picks up his 4th personal foul. He is the largest. He is the tallest player on this Roger Bacon roster. Hildebrand's free throw no good. Lancers lead remains at 5. Marjoni Tate to the basket, shot no good. There he is again. Rebound number 16 for Michael Wergers. Something went rolling across the court. I don't know what that was, Marty. I don't know if you saw
like
it.
Tape or.
Thankfully, they got kicked off the court. Lemons, a contested layup, no good. Another rebound for the rebounding machine, Michael Wergers. He puts it up and in. It's 39-32. Wergers with 8 points.
It was part of Wergers' mask.
Oh, is that what it was? I knew I saw something sliding across the court. I just couldn't figure out what it was. So now he's putting the headband on to try to help keep it in place.
Right, that's what it was.
Not something you often see during the course of a game. It makes you start to wonder, what is the single game record for rebounds?
What a whale of a game he's having.
In a Lancer uniform. I'm not sure what that answer is, but 8 points and 17 rebounds. I mean, Marty, I don't remember, we've been doing games a long time. I don't remember a Lancer ever having 17 rebounds. We still got 6 minutes left to play. Stolen away by Cole Hildebrand, going to the basket. He is fouled and will head to the line shooting 2. Marjoni Tate will pick up the foul, his second, and the 8th team foul. Lancers leading 39-32, make it 40-32 as he hits free throw number 1. 5:52 left in this fourth quarter.
Tate checks out, and he's only got 4 points. He hasn't scored since the first quarter, and he came in as Bacon's leading scorer, averaging 9 a game. They've held him to 4 as Hildebrand makes the second one, and Bacon's second leading scorer coming into tonight was Josiah McGee, The Lancers have held him to just 1 point.
Wow. And the Lancers now with their biggest lead of the game, it's 9 with 5:45 to go. It's 41-32. Flowers goes down the lane, runs into Lemons, and they're going to get the foul on Jalen Lemons. And they're going to count the basket? Boy, now that is the second Lancer with 4 personal fouls. Jalen Lemons has 4, and Derek Eddings has 4. So, Marty, that is a major concern.
And those are the two guys, maybe along with Vogelpohl, who tend to handle the ball.
So that will be something to keep an eye on. They're going to keep Jalen on the court with 4 fouls.
I think that's just for this offensive possession, and if they're able to sub him out, I think that's what you'll see Coach Godey do.
Deion Campbell turns the corner. Backdoor cut by Lemons. Misses the layup. Here come the Spartans. Corner 3 up, no good, and a foul is going to go on Deion Campbell as he barreled over.
I don't think he touched him.
Jeremiah Flowers. I didn't get a good look over in that corner. I just, by the time I looked up, I saw Flowers on the ground. But a 7-point lead could be going away here for the Lancers, but Flowers, a 65% free throw shooter, misses the first.
And the game for Lancers, number 25, Cole Hildebrand, number 13, Derek Eddings.
Brett Schneebert is contesting that Al Oliver played for just 5 teams. And Marty, can you confirm who Al Oliver played for in his career? Let's clear up this controversy.
We've got the Pirates, the Rangers, as the Lancers continue to dribble the
Outside,
ball around.
up 5, under 5 to play.
Pirates, the Rangers, the Expos, the Giants, the Phillies, the Dodgers, and the Blue Jays.
A total of
That's 7 in my
7.
book. Lancers miss the 3, and back come the Spartans.
Going outside is Josiah McGee. 3 no good, and just batting the ball out like a volleyball player. And now injured was Jeremiah Flowers, but it got the job done though, Marty. Couldn't grab the rebound down, but did enough to bat the ball out. So Roger Bacon could keep possession. 4:19 to play. LaSalle 41. Roger Bacon 36. Jeremiah Flowers a little shaken up, but he looks like he is okay. They're saying that Jeremiah Flowers is going to have to leave the court. As they're explaining this to Brian Neal right in front of us, saying they had to stop the game because there was no timeout called on that, Marty. And so they're saying that they've changed their mind. He initially said that Flowers was going to have to leave the game, and then I guess Brian Neal, whatever he told the official, changed his mind because Flowers is allowed to stay out on the court.
What I think I heard the official explain to Coach Godey is it's not an official rule that if the officials stop the clock that he has to come out of the game, and apparently it is up to the official's discretion.
Interesting. Wasn't sure how that how that officially rolled out. Derek Eddings back on the court with 4 fouls for the Lancers. Outside, wide open three, no good by Jeremiah Flowers. The Lancers holding this 5-point lead with 3:40 and counting left in this fourth quarter.
And this clock can't run fast
It
enough.
cannot.
For the
Queen with a spin move, and a blocking foul is called. I'll tell you what, that could have just as easily been called a charge. That will go on Jeremiah Flowers. So now there are 2 Spartans with 4 fouls. 6'7" center Mason Cromer and 6' senior guard Jeremiah Flowers. 2 Lancers have 4 fouls. It's Derek Eddings, the junior guard, along with junior point guard Jalen Lemons.
Kenny Hoffman working double duty on both ends of the
Boy,
floor
he
with
is.
the mop tonight.
He is indeed.
We need a donation to get a second mop. I think we can find another mop guy, but we need another mop.
Yeah, we do. The Grand Poobah himself, Barrett Cohen, wanting to mention that among auction items is a Joe Torre autographed jersey and ball.
He's a Hall of Famer.
And then Teddy Kramer, who celebrates a birthday today, will also be in attendance.
Nice. Free throw misses, but Hildebrand with another offensive rebound for the Lancers.
Queen for 3, no good. There's Wergers again. To the basket, shot no good. Taps it up and in. Michael Wergers.
What a 4-star game by Wergers.
Working the boards and doing it all.
And that
43-36.
And that kind of rebounding, Jeff, and aggressiveness is what the Lancers were missing when Wergers was out.
How about a double-double for Michael Wergers
That's
tonight?
exactly right.
10 points and 20.
How about 10 and 20?
20 rebounds. We're going to have to find out if that's a Lancer record. 3-pointer, Marjoni Tate has cut the 7-point lead to 4 with 2:51 left. And we got a wild finish in front of us here. Roger Bacon is just not going away.
Yeah, they've been effective with these 3-point shooting. That's their 4th 3-point shot made on the night. The Lancers also with 4.
Yeah, they're a 29% 3-point shooting as a team. Spartans, who came into this game tonight, had lost 7 of the last 9 games. After they leave Bill Cady Court on Friday night, they will be at Hamilton-Dayton. LaSalle's next game comes up on Friday night. You can listen to it on Christian Talk 1160. As LaSalle will go over to the east side to face the number 1 team in the state and the defending state champs, the Moeller Crusaders. That action will be getting underway at 7:15 on Friday night. The Lancers can't get the ball in bounds, and Coach Godey will call a timeout. Tony Ross trying to do everything he could under the basket, distracting that official from counting to 5 as Tony had a ongoing conversation with that official. I think that might have helped the Lancers not get a turnover there.
Yeah, Lancers really struggling to inbound the ball. Credit Bacon with great man pressure defense.
Yeah, it has been. We see Tony Ross still working, still trying to distract that official underneath the basket. But Marty, as you talked about at halftime, free throws is going to be essential here in this last 2:51, and also taking care of the ball, getting some good shots. Really important for the Lancers to, who have really much have led this entire second half. After the 23-18 advantage LaSalle had at halftime. Salle inbounding the ball. This time it's Nathan Vogelpohl.
There they go. They finally make a screen or a couple of screens.
Inbounds it to Jeffrey Queen.
Hold on, Jeff.
He pulls it back out. He'll throw it back to Derek Eddings. Eddings being guarded by Marjoni Tate. Over to Lemons. 2 Lancers on the court with 4 fouls, Eddings and Lemons. 2.5 to play.
And Queen pushes off. He pushed off.
And the third Lancer with 4 fouls is Jeffrey Queen. He will exit the game.
And worse than that, it sends
That
player control foul.
Player control foul. It will not send the Spartans to the line. Cole Hildebrand and Deion Campbell check into the game for the Lancers. On the court for Roger Bacon, it's Jeremiah Flowers, Zuri Edmondson, Marjoni Tate, Ryan Hallow, and Trey Munson. Marjoni Tate, the leading scorer coming into tonight's game for the Spartan team. Baseline runner, no good. There's Michael Wergers again. Who else? 2:05 and counting.
Yeah, you'd like, if you're the Lancers, to be able to take a solid minute off the clock here.
Wergers outside, hands it off to Deion Campbell. Campbell hands it back to Lemons, trying to trap Jalen. And Coach Godey's going to call a timeout. 1:47 left. And I think that might, Marty, had a lot to do with trying to get Derek Eddings back in the game, getting another ball handler out there. Eddings, also the best free throw shooter on this team, shooting 88%. So definitely a guy that you want on the floor down the stretch. Because at this point,
yeah, I'm not sure if you're Coach Neal, if you don't have to maybe send the Lancers to the line.
LaSalle just a 61% free throw shooting team. If you're LaSalle, do you have to shoot here in this final minute 47?
Well, of course not. You want to try to let that clock keep rolling while you maintain possession as long as you possibly can.
The only problem is that is tough.
Well, of course, yeah.
To try to hold the ball that long.
Well, I think you still got to look for an open shot or a backdoor cut.
If you can get that open look at the basket.
What you don't want is a long jumper. There's no shot clock in high school basketball. So the 5 in for the Lancers will be Hildebrand, Vogelpol, Wergers, Eddings, and Lemons.
What I've not mentioned this year, this is the third GCL South team that Roger Bacon's played already. They lost to St. X 57-50 and then beat Elder in overtime 58-57. Lemons outside, over to Eddings. Eddings being guarded by Marjoni Tate. That's who the Lancers want with the ball in his hands and going to the free throw line. His runner goes! The finger roll goes in the hoop. And an enormous basket there puts LaSalle up 6. Tate to the basket. He is fouled. They're going to get the big man, Michael Wergers. And that'll send Tate to the line, shooting 2. Just tough.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the matchup you necessarily want.
But he was the last line of defense there. And Marjoni Tate, the leading scorer for Roger Bacon coming into tonight, averaging just under 9 points a game.
That's right where he's at now with 9.
Right at 9 now. 45-40, a minute 20 left. Dribbles twice, and the release. It's short. Derek Eddings with the rebound. Michael Wergers taken out of the game for the Lancers. Coden Lambert in his place. And Tate will be called for a foul. I don't think he wanted to commit with a minute 13 left. We'll send Eddings to the line, shooting 2. Part of the reason you're seeing Michael Wergers out on the offensive side of the ball, Marty.
He's not a great free throw shooter.
3 of 11.
He's great at a lot of other things, especially tonight, but free throw shooting is not at the top of that list.
It's a really good, Coach Godey on top of that with subbing him out. Now Werder's back in the game. Eddings is the guy the Lancers want at the line. And as soon as I say that, he misses it. But there he is again. Michael Wergers misses the shot, though. Had a layup and missed it. 46-40, 1:05 and counting. The ball tipped away by Hildebrand. Outside to Edmondson. Edmondson over to Tate. Tate, a 3. Got it!
You gotta get around that screen better. Boy, they were able to screen Vogelpohl, who didn't get around it.
46-43.
Boy.
54 seconds left. And every time you think the Lancers might be in good shape in this game, starting to pull away, Roger Bacon comes down, hits a big shot.
Yeah, it's been Tate more often than not. 2 big three-pointers here in the fourth quarter.
And you had talked about the importance of hitting free throws.
So what do you do now if you're Coach Brian Neal? Do you send the Lancers to the line as quickly as you can?
Absolutely. The Grand Poobah himself.
There you go. You got
Barrett
word.
Cohen telling us that the previous school record was 19 by Colin O'Connor in 1992-93 season.
What I want to know is, does Barrett really know that, or did he just make it up?
Making that up? I'm guessing the Grand Poobah is making that up.
Well, either way, it's a new record as of tonight.
Because that is not listed in the program. I do know that. And Barrett loves when I call him the Grand Poobah. Here we go. 54 seconds left.
Well, they get it into Eddings. Now they're going to double him.
Up to Coden Lambert. Over to Nathan Vogelpohl in the corner to Queen. Back out to Eddings. They had a chance to get Queen.
They executed that perfectly. The Lancers did.
Thought they might foul right away. Now they want Vogelpohl. He's trapped outside.
The Lancers might be their last time out.
I think it is. 46-43. We believe that's the Lancers' final timeout. 34.9 seconds left. Marty, we thought that Bacon might try to foul immediately. They did not. Now do they foul immediately, or do you try to get a trap, get a steal, only trailing by 1 possession?
Well, I think that's what you try to do first. You always try first for a trap, always try first for a steal, but if you don't get it, you can't let the Lancers take 30 seconds off the clock here.
This has been a tightly contested game from the beginning. Neither team has, Lancers' biggest lead was 7. I think Roger Bacon's biggest lead may have been 4. And it has been a lot more, I would say, appealing to the eye in the second half than what we saw in a very sloppy first half of these two teams. So on the court for the Lancers, it's Coden Lambert, Derek Eddings, Jalen Lemons, Jeffrey Queen, and Nathan Vogelpohl. The Lancers would like to see Derek Eddings or Nathan Vogelpohl at the line. And Derek Eddings was yanked to the ground as he was making a cut to the basket, and Jonah Allen just yanked him to the court. Very obvious foul.
That's a nice try, though. You pull him down on top of you, you go to the ground, try to get the charge. Not a bad strategy.
Eddings, first free throw, up and good. 47-43. That was enormous. Puts the Lancers up 2 possessions. Eric Eddings at the line. Makes both. 48-43. 34 seconds left. Zuri Edmondson quickly brings the ball down court.
Got to defend that three.
Being guarded by Lemons. Goes to the basket. Shot no good. Gets his own rebound. No good. There's Jalen Lemons for the board. And he is fouled with 22.8 seconds left. Jeremiah Flowers fouls out. And Marty, the Lancers, able to breathe a little easier.
Yeah, you're right, Jeff. Lemons did a nice job defensively there, and Edmondson just couldn't put it in from short range.
Free throw up and good.
How big have those last 3 free throws been for the Lancers? 2 from Eddings, 1 from Lemons, and now a second from Lemons. Oop,
that one
spoke too soon.
Scored it out, 49-43. Quick three-point shot, up and good by Adam Trigg Holderson to make the lead 3 with 10.7 seconds left. Boy, Marty, that was an NBA-level three-pointer, and guess what? That was his first three-pointer of the season. Well, he didn't hesitate, though.
No, that's why he was in there. We haven't seen him much all night.
Now, he did start the game,
right.
and I don't know if he's
played a couple minutes.
Yeah,
right.
That was it. So 2 huge free throws here by Nathan Vogelpohl. Vogelpohl, 75% free throw shooter, knocks down the first. And the Lancers lead 50-46 with 10.7 seconds left. Second free throw, no good. Marjoni Tate for 3, rims out. Eddings gets the rebound and will dribble it out. And the Lancers hang on to defeat the Roger Bacon Spartans here tonight at Bill Cady Court by the final score of 50-46. With the win, the Lancers go to 7-4 overall, while Roger Bacon with a loss drops to 4-8. And Marty, Lancers were able to hold off the Spartans down the stretch and pick up their 4th consecutive win.
Yeah, no doubt about it. A furious finish. Always tight for the Lancers. You got a second, Coach?
Coach Pat Godey joining us here right away. Coach, congratulations on a big win tonight. Your 4th straight as you hold off the Spartans 50-46.
Take them any way we can get them.
What an effort tonight by Michael Wertzers. A double-double, 10 points, and what we think
It's
is
gotta
a
be the
school
record.
22 rebounds.
You got to. One of the Durgers was a leading rebounder in the history of school. It's Jerry, right? Jerry's the leading. I venture to guess. I think he had a 22 rebound game. I'm just guessing because he was a bad mamma jamma. He got every rebound. He's just like Mike.
I mean, it's not like this is a player that's 6'9". I mean, this is a 6'3" player.
He ain't even 6'3". You're giving him
I'm trying to be the. What makes him such an effective rebounder?
He knows where. Okay, a buddy of mine, you'll know this name. He's like Kenny Danziger. He always knows where the ball is going. He has a nose for the ball. Like a ball hits the rim, he works right around that rim, and when the ball hits, he's right there where it comes off.
Have you ever coached a guy that's more instinctual rebounding than what Michael has been? Because I don't know if I've seen one.
I mean, we've had some good guys that could rebound and do some stuff. There's a lot of guys in that 2,000 range. Like I'm telling you, another good rebounder, and nobody will give him credit. He's going to go in the Hall of Fame as Justin Orr. I mean, he would rebound the heck out of the ball.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't know. I mean, and then you got both you got Dave Esterkamp, who would rebound like no other. But yeah, I mean, we haven't had a guy like this in a long time. I would venture to guess in the 70s, like Gamford would rebound like no other.
That was a 7-footer.
Right, but I'm just saying, but, there are guys, but with his ability, it's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Unbelievable. 10 points, 22 rebounds for the junior Michael Wergers. And I also thought that Nathan Vogelpohl seems like he's hitting his stride.
He
had
did.
15 against Coleraine. He had 15 again here tonight.
I try to tell you guys, and we have to be patient. We got all our guys back. We're going to have a different leading scorer every game. So, me being a coach that I am, hopefully it'll be hard to guard our guys. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so who are we going to guard tomorrow on Friday night? Who are they going to guard? They're probably going to guard Lemons, okay? Now you got to guard Nate. Also, we'll forget about Jeff, and Jeff will get 15.
Yeah, Jalen had 9 tonight.
That's what we need out of everybody. We need every five to 6 guys to average 10 points a game. That's what we need.
And that's key.
Yeah, it's just.
And once again, you hit that magical number. When you guys hit 50, you're undefeated this season.
Yeah, it's just. I'm proud of my guys. It's one of them nights, and I hate to say this, that's a good basketball team. Brian Neal does a good job coaching. He has all sophomores and stuff, and they did a heck of a job. And we beat a team that's well coached, well schooled, but our guys fought through it tonight because we play Moeller on Friday. I know our guys are thinking about Moeller. I know they are.
And you talk about Brian Neal. He's the all-time winningest coach at Roger Bacon, and Roger Bacon's been around 80, 85 years, however long it's been, and he's the winningest coach
That's cool.
at Roger Bacon.
I'm happy for him because him like me, it's the school we went to. We put our heart and soul into this.
And he's been a lifer over there.
Exactly. And you know this. I'm going to tell you something, and I say this to you guys a lot. This is my dream job. I want to cry every time. You think I'm lying?
No,
I swear
do
to God,
not.
This is my place. This is my home. We got good guys. We got good students, student athletes. We have good alumni guys. They show up, all the basketball dudes. And I'm proud of it.
I don't know if you noticed Tony Ross, I think, was distracting the official during that 1 5-second
He's
call.
down there, and he's my partner in crime. 91ers, one at that end, one at the other end. And I'm going to let Mike talk because I'm useless, man.
One last thing for you. When you've had your full complement of players this year, if my record's right, you guys are 5-1.
Yeah.
I think that says it all.
And I told how many times I tell you got to be patient. Everybody's got to be patient. It isn't like, okay, Amazon Prime has made people into idiots. You want to know? Everything went, we got to get it instantly.
Overnight.
It doesn't happen that way. Anything that's worth fighting for is going to take a lot of time and a lot of effort.
I lied. One last question. What do you have to do Friday night? The huge challenge going over to play Moeller. Everybody knows defending state champion. They've won 30 in a row. How big of a challenge is that?
Here's the thing. What do you think we're going to do over there? You say it right now. Tell me what we're going to do.
You guys are going to defend your butts off.
No. What do you? Everybody else out there, what do they think? What's going to happen?
Oh, everybody thinks you're going to get beat.
Okay, that's all I got to say.
It's exactly what Coach Goody wanted me to say, and that's exactly what he's going to use for motivation come Friday. He wouldn't let me out of here without me saying that. Joining me now is we've been calling you the rebounding machine.
Thanks, appreciate that.
Michael Wergers. Michael, we're still trying to dig up. We believe it's a school record tonight. If our Barrett Cohen's telling us that the previous record was 19. I don't know if you've realized that you had 22 rebounds. Talk about your night tonight, a double-double, 10 points, 22 rebounds. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I feel like I got my confidence back tonight. I've had a rough couple of games, especially offensively. I feel like I've been playing a little timid. I think I came out a little more angry tonight, played a little more aggressive, just went on the boards a little more aggressive than usual. And it's a great win tonight. Feels great. And we got to have just got to have 2 good days of practice for next one.
What makes you such a good rebounder?
I think I just play physical. I don't have a whole lot of jumping ability. I don't.
You're not
strength.
7 foot tall.
Right. Don't have the height, but I just my dad's taught me well. Just get your butt in them and push them out, and the ball will come to you. And it's worked out pretty well. So I think that's what make me the rebounder I am.
Yeah, I mean, I was going back and looking. I mean, since 2005, I've only found one other player to average 7 points a game, and that was Danny McElroy, who was a 6'9" center, ended up going on playing at Bowling Green, an unbelievable player, and I was part of the state championship team, the first one back in back in those years, and we were just marveled at what you've done, and this isn't like something that just happened tonight, because I mean we've had looking at your box score here, I mean this is the fifth double-digit rebounding game that you've had this season, and it has been extremely impressive, and especially when you're talking about that you're a team that's limited with a bunch of 6'3" and under guys.
Yeah, definitely. It's this was a great win. We really needed this 4 in a row. We got a nice roll going, but we got a tough one on Friday. We know what's ahead of us, and we got to prepare.
You take a look at the Moeller Crusaders. It's the tall task. Another 6'8" center. Mm-hmm. It's over there. Miles McBride heading to West Virginia. Right. Alex Freem averaging 13, 14 points a game. They've won 30 in a row.
Right.
Had, we can go on and on and on. I don't want to rattle off any more about the Crusaders. But what in your mind do you have to do heading over there Friday night to give yourselves the best chance of pulling off the upset?
We just got to be the tougher team for 4 quarters, the whole game. We got to get the loose balls first, and defensively we got to do the best we can. Like you said, they got Miles McBride, Alec Frame, and all those guys. But we just got to box out. We got to play harder than them, and it really starts with tomorrow practice and Thursday's practice. We got to get after it. We got to have a good practice. We got to hustle, get after it, and hopefully be ready for Friday. I think that's.
How's your nose?
Nose feels great. It feels awesome. It's quick surgery, only 7 minutes. So,
So how long you got to wear the mask?
Technically, I don't have to wear it at all, but I'm probably going to wear it for the rest of the season just to be on the safe side.
Makes you feel a bit more protected with that in that area. And
definitely.
There might be a few elbows flying in that game Friday night. And
yep.
It might get a bit physical, I have a feeling.
I like it, though.
Another GCL South game, and I think that fits your style.
Yes, sir.
Michael, I appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys.
Hell of an effort tonight.
Thank you.
And we're going to go with it. I think we're going to call this a school record unless somebody can prove us. And that was set in 1993 with 19 rebounds.
Wow.
And hopefully we can get that confirmed. But as far as we know, you've got it. So congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Michael Wergers, I appreciate you joining us here.
Thank you for having me.
The Lancers have defeated the Rogers-Bacon Spartans here tonight by the final score of 50-46. So we run down the scoring here. Nathan Vogelpohl had 15. Michael Wergers, we just talked about, had 10. Jalen Lemons had 9. Derek Eddings had 7. Cole Hildebrand had 2. Coden Lambert with 2. Dion Campbell with 2. The Lancers shoot 34% for the night. 33% from the three-point line as the Lancers were 4 of 12 at the free throw line. The Lancers were 14 out of 21 for 66%. For Roger Bacon, they shoot just 37% from the field, only 6 of 13 from behind the three-point line, and 14 of 24 for 58% from the charity stripe. The Spartans were led by Marjoni Tate, who had 11 points. We want to thank everybody on our staff tonight, our student that helped us out with the broadcast tonight, Ethan Isley, Luke Dashley, Garrett Bledsoe, and Heinz Kalkoff. We couldn't do it without our student involvement here on the LaSalle Broadcasting Network. Our next game here will come up on Friday night, January the 25th, as the Lancers play host to the Elder Panthers. Make sure you join us. Starting time here, 7:15 here on LaSalle Broadcasting Network. As we just talked about with Coach Godey and with Michael Wergers, Lancers' next game is Friday night over at Moeller. You can catch all the action there on Christian Talk 1160 pregame beginning at 7:15. We also want to thank our executive producer. Couldn't do it without him, Doug Grally. For my partner, Marty Strohoffer, I'm Jeff Bossy. The Lancers win 50-46. And as always, we appreciate you watching LaSalle Lancer basketball here on the LaSalle Broadcasting Network.